Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to see about MCP, Model Context Protocol. In this video, you will get everything about MCP, a detailed explanation, how we can do and what we can do, and for what it is actually developed. So, you will get everything about the architecture from architecture and the implementation, like how to connect external servers, everything. So, don't skip any part. MCP in the sense it is a universal connector in order to help to communicate multiple AI models. So in general, it is built for AI model in order to have feasible communication within. So it is having a standard protocol to manage the communication between MCP client and MCP server. So I'll talk about what is MCP client protocol and MCP server in this video so that you will have a better understanding on these part. I mean the separate topics inside MCP. So don't get confused with things that they are saying, whether MCP is API or better than API. As I told in my previous video, MCP is not API. We can do multiple API calls inside MCP. That is what MCP is about. So if you are looking at this definition, it is a standardized communication protocol that enables AI models to securely connect with external data sources. So, data sources, it may be tools or services, any kind of services, like n number of applications that we can connect to. For that, we need to make an call, right? Like API call. You need to fetch those information from it. So, for that, we will use those API call inside the communication part in MCP. So that is how this entire process works. So the advantages they are saying is it's a standardized communication. I mean the integration is very standard. So you will use one protocol for all the integrations that you use, and it is very secure because it is built with authentication and proper permissions, and flexibility and scalability is it's a byproduct of your standardization. So, of course, you will have flexible and scalable model when you are using MCP because it is maintaining a proper communication between throughout. I mean, throughout. So, you have to define a protocol. From protocol, it is instructing an server and client to how to make a connection between. So, that is how it is actually making. I'll explain like how the connection is happening. Let's go with the MCP, the history of MCP, like from where it started. Just imagine you are building an AI model, like high end and more advanced AI model. But if you are lacking in uh, delivering properly towards your customer or any users that you take, how it will be? It is not secure, and there are like so many vulnerable things happening inside. Like very challenging things are like for scaling or security and connecting or interconnecting multiple tools. So how it will be? Even if you are building something beyond imagination, these are the things are not satisfying means it is going to be a failed model and nothing going to help you. So if we are building something, big, we need to have proper path for it. So MCP is one of that. So what MCP is actually built to have is it set an industrial standard to have an AI external system integration. So there is no limit for tools, libraries, programming languages. So it is for everybody and for everything that we can opt for. So if you are asking what all I can use MCP for, if you are using a proper AI model, AI communication, AI agents, you can use MCP. Can I use MCP without AI? You can, but it is unnecessary. You can go with a traditional API call like requesting, responding, those things you can use. But if you are using a proper AI model and a high end AI model, you should use MCP because it will be very effective and powerful when it comes to AI for the communication, integration, and calling each tools and services and responding back with the actual responses. MCP is a better, best option. Next, we can go with the architecture so that you will know like what is what. MCP client or host, I say, host or a client, we can say. This is your a front end or any tool that you ask your query with. It may be a bot, a Claude AI, like you can just chat with the application, right? So that is your client. Whatever you're giving, and it is going to give a request to your server. But here we have MCP protocol. Protocol is your roadmap, a rule, a simple rule that you defined to your AI model, like how it is going to your application, how the system to be communicated between the client and server. Let's say I wanted to have a simple query that I need to answer, that I need it to answer for several applications. Like I just wanted to sort and get me a good topic so that I can understand, or rate me a topic from high to low. I mean, from top to uh, top 10 topics. Sorry, top 10 topics. And I just wanted it to give me what is highly reachable, like tags. Let's say I'm using YouTube channel, give me like top 10 tags. So it will rate me from top to 10. This is like I'm giving to an LLM and asking it to find me a top 10 rated tags that I can use to reach my audience. So it is going to a database and collecting information about my topic and relevant tags. It is searching in multiple relevant videos which is available in the data, and from there it is fetching the information and gathering topics like what is latest and what all things which is reaching effectively. From that it is doing a topic modeling with help of LLM and give me the top 10 ratings for each tag, so that I'm just going to use that in my video. So this is my application which I'm requesting for. So here what are the tools that it is going with is DB, external browsers, and some of LLMs call it making to do the topic modeling and getting back the response for me with a top 10 tags. So this is like entire AI agent, right? Like literally a proper AI agent which is supporting a customer or anybody like user. So this is the communication which can be happened with the help of protocol. So protocol you need to write by saying go and identify the database. This is the link. And this is a particular browser where I'm using for the topics analyzing and the topics and the latest trend on that particular topic and what all the details which is available on that topic, so that I can use those tags and LLM calls. So the protocol I am defining: step 1 database, step 2 browsers, step 3 LLM, and step 4 topic modeling, and step 5 the response. So these things I am defining in MCP protocol, and this client is requesting and it is sending to the server. Server will go and communicate with these multiple tools because it is written already, the protocol. So it manages to have the communication with all these things and getting back the results for me. So this is the communication happening and the complete flow, architecture flow it is. Okay, so here's the message format. It is like a simple template that it follows. So you have to manually write these things with ID, method, parameters, URL. So these things, the links, and it may be anything for your data internally or from external sources, anything it may be. So you need to define the request format and also the response format that you need to define, so that when it goes and comes back with the same proper way. And we can check with the multiple tools and operations with this. So query based database communication is in this format. If you notice, it'll be like list of same procedure. I mean, same structure is happening, but it varies for each different operations. It is varying. So for a query database, we can go with this, and for reading a file, the same structure, but with different approaches of getting back the response. API call we are making. Anyway, we need to make multiple API calls if we are like interconnecting with tools and services, different tools and services. So this is like another thing where it is asking get weather, and this function gives back a weather condition. What is the weather fetching from a different source file or the web services. So error handling, it is another thing where we are defining those things. Yeah. So what else? If you are still having doubt on API communication and model context protocol, here's the thing. So API call is your simple communication call, like you request for something and it is getting back as a simple one. But when I go with the MCP context protocol, it manages to have your context because we are using it for AI, right? So AI in the sense like I ask something in a bot, and that bot has to respond back to me by understanding what is what. So if I'm like trying to connect with multiple tools, it should understand what the tool is for. If I'm asking it to make a presentation, it should understand and identify a tool to make a presentation for me. That context it need to understand. So MCP actually supports that. So that is why it is different from regular API communication with the MCP. So with MCP, we going to make API communication, API calls, but with a proper set of procedures, prompt, description, definition we are going to give, and with that it makes a communication possible. So the one difference which I felt actual is stateless, and MCP is stateful. So it maintains conversation context. That's a major difference from API and between API and MCP. So I'll show you like a simple flow of MCP, like how it actually does it. So let's say like we are making the plus 22. So it is a addition problem that I'm asking. What is what? Like 20 plus 22 is what? It's a simple one. So here I've connected with multiple tools. So it's supposed to call calculator. Here I'm clicking manually, but it's supposed to happen on the flow. Depends. I mean, based on your protocol set by you. So it is going to be a simple AI agent where you defined everything. So based on the problem defined, it should identify the tools. So just wanted to show like how this communication flow is going to happen. So when I give this, it is giving the response. If you notice, there was a delay, like the request and respond happened, right? So it requested and responded later. We are seeing this. Okay, so we just gave the query, analyzing query requirements, identifying need for calculators, of course. So it went to that to receive the request. Server have been activated. Tool selected is calculator and processing with the calculator tool. And we got the result 42, right? And the result we got is here displayed in the client portal. So simple. The connection is simple. If you are so this is like simple communication happened in using a calculator tool from MCP. So this is another AI agent that I built for movie recommendation. So based on your preferences and previous history that you watched, I'm going to get the movie recommendations from it. I've given LLM, so it is making a database call, LLM call, and finally analyzing what it need to, what I need to, what the particular user has to go with. I mean the recommendations, which is happening by a quick search on browser, searching preferably with a genre and this thing, genre. Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting recommendation as Inception, Interstellar, based on the preferences that I gave for Alex, science fiction, action, and the two movies he have watched previously. So these are the recommended movies for him based on its watch history. It it went for the browser call and searched some of information about these, and top rating movie recommendations happened based on the movie ratings. Sorry, movie based on the movie ratings, it gave the recommendations for it. So, how many tools it is? Database and your LLM and the browser. These are the thing, and we can do analytics with it. Like we can make applications using it. So entirely, this communication happened inside your AI agent in order to make your communication in a order. I mean, in a structured way. So it is simple, and we have like MCP server with local and with remote. Local in the sense you can access your internal system, like your local system and your DB or anything that you're having access with. So, file managers, those things you can access directly with your local MCP server. For that, you can use async IO package, just an request response thing, the communication forum. But when we are going for MCP, fast MCP package and fast MCP, it is for your remote server. Remote MCP server in the sense accessing external applications, web applications. So I'm going to use the example which is given in the MCP portal already to access the web application for weather details, weather data. So I'm going to forecast the weather from the data which is available in the government portal, the open source government portal, but I'm just going to access it through my system, through my uh, MCP client. So how we can do, let's say, okay. So I'm just going to forecast this. So I need to give a latitude and longitude information. So let's just search for some working latitude, longitude, which I did already. Was there. So these are from New York. Okay, let's try with the New York latitude and longitude. So it is going to fetch the information from an external web application. So in general, it is, I won't say it is not feasible or it is not possible. Sorry, feasible, I said. It is not possible. I'm not going to say that. It is. But how efficiently you can make an AI to do it. You're going to forecast it. I mean, you're going to predict with the data which is available there. So here I'm going to do it. Yeah, start. So overnight temperature, wind. Yeah, at Thursday you're going to have this temperature. Thursday night, Friday night. So there are like a list of upcoming data it has given. I mean, it forecasted like future temperatures and weather details it gave me. So I'm just going, I predicted the upcoming temperatures with the data which is available in the web page, the weather data which is available in the open server. So I just took those information and I predicted using my model which I defined internally and gave the future data. So this happened. I just did this with you need to define your protocol. and everything is like it can be done by itself. You don't have to worry about other things. So I've defined everything in my protocol. So it is doing the job for me. So that is how this entire communication happened. So yeah, you can build one. Uh, so yeah, see, I have given the external link weather.gov, and the it is going to be my user agent. Yes. So this is the weather demo. I mean the server communication page. I mean the code. So here is the thing, and so I'll show you one more thing. The protocol, how to define a protocol. So this is your protocol. When I give the tool name, description in the sense like what it need to do. That is your description. Don't confuse with prompt and all. Description is different, and user ID count. So if it is a DB access, DB request, it need to do it. You need to give the query like what actually it's supposed to do. If it is in general only extracting columns and those information, you can give those things directly. So I have created the data manually. So I just gave those information like user ID, type, description. Those things I just took and gave. And movie ID, the genre it need to identify. Those things I just gave it as a prompt here. So it is a single prompt, your prompt. With that prompt, server will possibly communicate with it. So it is basically your script. So server is going to act based on the script is given. A dire communication has happened, and MCP responded with your movie ID based on that, the title, and with that, it is recommended based on your watch history. So for that, the entire communication happened. So the request and response, message, header handling, everything I have defined. So I just have everything in one file. You can separately maintain the protocol as a different file and import it at last. It is also easy way to manage. Yeah. So that's all, and that's all I have. Build one. It is important and more effective way if you are using or building any AI model, because there will be another things can be possibly going to happen in MCP, I know, but so far they have came this much, and they gave us so many possible way to communicate and build effective models. So you try simple MCP client server communication with your DB or any tool that you have, and try and execute and understand those things like how it is actually communicating with. All right. Yeah, that's all I had. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.